Hello everyone. Um, in this video we're going to learn how to solve question number 12 because we're not going to solve it in class. We did not have the time to do it. So I thought it would be a good idea to make it on a video. So when you get the video, watch it, and if you find you still have some questions, just let me know. Okay, so in this question we have the ages of the first 44 presidents upon taking office are listed below. Here are the ages of the 44 presidents. Okay, in part A, we have to make a distribution table of the data, show the frequency, relative frequency, and cumulative relative frequency. So we have to make a table of 1, 2, 3, and 4 columns. Okay, now to make this table, first we need to determine the number of classes and the appropriate class interval of each class. Okay, so number of classes here, as I told you before, that the number of classes is random. You can't choose how many classes you would like to have in the table. All right, so here let's say I choose 3 classes. We can choose 3, 4, 5, up to, let's say, 7. Still like an appropriate number of classes, up to 7. Now, the class interval the width of the class. We can use a rule here to find the class interval by taking the range and divided by the number of classes. Okay, now the range here is the greatest age minus the smallest age. So the greatest age is 69 and the smallest or the youngest is 42 divided by number of classes 3. So this would be 27 divided by 3, which is 9. We can go up by 1 here and take it as 10, class interval of 10, more convenient. All right. Now, so I know now that the number of classes is 3 and the class interval is 10. I can start now the class from the minimum value 42, but also I can take it from 40 to make it 40 to, we will see here what's the next number. Now the next class, I use the class interval, which is 10, so I add 10 here. So this would be 50 for the second, and the third one would be 60. Now 42 up to what number? Just the number that is just before 50, which is 49. 50 up to which number? The number that is just before 60, which is 59. And 60, you see here it's 9 more than the lower end here. So 60 plus 9 is 69. So by taking these 3 intervals or 3 classes, I'm covering all the numbers that I have here in this table. And now I make the table. This is the class here. The first column is dedicated for the frequency, and the second one for the relative frequency. Of course, we need to add 2 more, one for the cumulative frequency and another one for the cumulative relative frequency. But let's just do these 2 now, for now. Now, how many presidents are there whose ages are between 40 and 49? We have to count here the numbers that are between 40 and 49. And they are 9. Okay? Between 50 and 59, we have 25, and 60 to 69 we have 10. Okay, if you add those three numbers, 9, 25, 10, we have to get 44. Now the relative frequency is the frequency divided by the total frequency. So 9 by 44, 25 by 44, and 10 by 44. And this would be approximately equal to 0.2. This is 0.20, 2 places after the point, 0.57, and here is 0.23. Approximately rounded, approximate values. Okay. Now for the cumulative frequency, let me erase this part here. For the cumulative frequency, I will continue here. Cumulative frequency and the relative cumulative frequency. The cumulative frequency, I start with the same number as for the frequency here, this one. I'll change the color. So this number 9 goes first. The second number here is 9 plus 25. So it's 9 plus 25, which is 34. And the third number is 34 plus the third frequency, which is 10. So 34 plus 10 is equal to 44. So 9, 34, 44. And the cumulative frequency, the last cumulative frequency has to be equal to the total frequency we got here. That's why it's called cumulative. Cumulative, and it's like incrementing, added to the previous frequency. Every time we add the previous frequency. So we start with 9, then the second one, 25 plus the previous, 34, then the third one, 10 plus 34, which is 44. Now the relative frequency is 9 over 44, the same as for the relative frequency. Whatever you have here, you divide by the total, 34 over 44 and 44 over 44. Of course, this is equal to 1. This is equal to 0.77, and here this is equal to 0.2 or 20. Okay, so this is for part A. And of course, this is one table altogether. A table with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Now, second part B, we have to construct histograms for the frequency, relative frequency, and cumulative relative frequency. So for the frequency, this is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis here. Or we don't call it x, it's the frequency is over here. Here are the ages, or age. And here we have to put the classes. The first class was 40 to 49, second was 50 to 59, and the third was 60 to 69. And we have to put to draw the bars. Now, the frequency values are 9, 25, and 10. So we have to choose here a convenient scale. So 9, 25, 10. I can go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so 5. Or I can go by 10. Also fine. 15, 20, and 25. So I can stop at 25 because it's the maximum value. Now, the class which is from 40 to 49, I have 9. So I go just under the 10. This is the first bar. Second one, 25. Change color. Every bar, each bar is in a different color. We have 25, so I have to go up till here. This is the second class, or the second bar. And the third one, 10. 60 to 69 we have 10, so it's over here. And this is the histogram for the frequency. Now, for the relative frequency, it looks pretty much like this one. The only difference is the scale for the on the y-axis, because the relative frequencies, the numbers that we have for the relative frequency were 0.2, 0.57, and 0.23. Okay? So, again, I still have the same classes, 3 classes, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, and 60 to 69. And here I have the relative frequency, a relative frequency. Now, what's the convenient scale for this? And I guess 0.2 is okay. So I can go by 0.2, 0.2, or let me do something here. 0.2, 0.4, and 0.6. 0.2, make it more clear. No, let's stick to the same. Okay. So 0.2, 0.4, and 0.6. Okay, for 0.2, I go here, this height. I want to keep the same colors as here. So the first one is in red. Second one in green, 0.57, so just below 0.6. And roughly 0.57. You cannot be so accurate here. You don't have to. And the last one, 0.23. And somewhere here. Okay, so those two histograms, they look kind of the same. The only difference here is that the relative frequency histogram is kind of downscaled. And for the cumulative relative frequency, the same thing. You just see what are the values that we got for the cumulative relative frequency. Let me tell you what are these values. For the cumulative relative frequency, we got 0.2, 0.77, and 0.1. Okay. Now, again, here I have the same classes, 3 classes, and along the y, I have the cumulative relative frequency. I have 0.2, 0.77, and 1. So the best scale here is also by 0.2, so 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. I need to make it a little bit bigger. I'll erase this part here. Okay, so 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and 1. This is the cumulative relative frequency. And here I have 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69. And the first bar should be 0.2 long, or up to 0.2. The second one 0.77, so that is close to 0.8, just underneath over here. Okay, and the third one is 1. We have to go all the way up to 1. Okay, so this is for the cumulative relative frequency. Now, for the first two, the frequency and the relative frequency histograms, we can have like the first bar is short, then the second one is taller, then the third one is shorter, and the same thing for the relative frequency. Whereas for the cumulative frequency or the cumulative relative frequency, the bars have to go in an ascending order. The first one is the smallest, then bigger, then the biggest, or taller than the tallest, because it's cumulative, it's added, it's been added. Okay, so I hope this video was clear. Thank you so much, and again, if you have questions, just let me know, please. All right, thank you so much.